Welcome to Studio 415 from the Carroll High School television studio.
Today we will look at how Carroll is improving conditions on technology and athletic facilities.
We'll show you how students are spending their spring break this year.
And we'll talk to the boys' baseball team and girls' tennis team as they prepare for their upcoming season.
I hope you're ready.
It's time to enter Studio 415.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm James Malcolm.
And I'm Lauren Becker. Technology is more important in education than ever before. The district only acquires a certain amount of money every year to maintain and improve computer hardware and software.
For our lead story, Studio 415 reporter Patrick T. dug deep to find out exactly how these funds are distributed to programs like technology and athletics.
Students at Carroll are accustomed to having the ability to use computers. Many even use them on a daily basis for classes. As computer priorities continually increase, the need for newer, faster computers is constantly a problem for the tech department.
Hardware budget with our computers, we have tried to stay on a 5-year rotation for our desktop computers. So each year I just kind of plan on about a fifth of the machines we'll replace so that we can have the newer equipment in there. Laptops, I usually can only get about 4 years out of the laptops before they need to be replaced.
Because of the increasing need for technology, funding becomes the big question. Mrs. Dickey has the job of deciding where the money goes for technology throughout the district.
We have the budget split up each year. We have a certain amount that goes towards hardware and some that goes hardware like the computers, and then other kinds of hardware, the peripherals and cameras and printers and things that go with it. Software is a large part of the budget.
As many students might have noticed, other school districts such as East Allen County Schools currently use the one-to-one plan, or giving iPads or laptops to each of the students. NACS Superintendent Chris Himsel says he has seen other school districts waste this technology.
We're not going to purchase technology to sit on a shelf, which I think has happened in other school districts where they have purchased these things and kids have access to them, but they're not being used in the classroom and they're not being used to enhance instruction.
Although technology is not always our friend, funding becomes the big issue. Another funding issue that has been brought up many times is some of Carroll's sports facilities, specifically the field house and the football stadium.
Well, the field house is part of the PE program, so it would be part of the curriculum program, and it was part of the building project. That was done a few years ago, and that was approved prior to my being here. But that's the main reason why we have a new field house is because as we grow as a high school, we need a place where we can have an entire student body convocation and a place to meet.
Since the field house has been upgraded, many view the football stadium as the next thing to enhance in the long list of upgrades.
We would have the choice of either doing a bond issue. A bond issue in school terms is kind of like a mortgage is for a house, to put it in simple terms. The decision was made at the last building project. There were plans to have a football stadium be part of those. Those were cut because the community was not going to support that being part of the bond issue and the property tax rolls.
Superintendent Himsel recognizes the fact that the football stadium needs work, but at this time, NACS does not have the funding to support it. The district is doing the best they can with the funding they receive to continually grow and improve student life. For Studio 415, this is Patrick T.
Thanks, Patrick. Every year, a Northwest Allen County Schools teacher earns the Teacher of the Year award. For the 2012 school year, that teacher is Andy Deatrick. Studio 415 reporter Chris Schutte sheds a little light on Mr. Deatrick's bread and butter, flipped instruction.
Science teacher? Yes. NACS Teacher of the Year? Yes. Apple spokesperson? Maybe. Biology 1 Honors and Project Lead the Way teacher Andy Deatrick was named NACS Teacher of the Year for 2012. Now, he doesn't go about class in a typical way, using methods of teaching such as a flipped classroom and menus where students get to choose what projects they want to work on.
The kids will get the lecture via a video, which they can watch at home or they can watch in class. And then we spend class time working on our homework assignments or other activities. So there's a lot of one-on-one time with the kids, and they have direct teacher help.
By using this method of teaching, Deatrick was awarded NACS Teacher of the Year. But NACS isn't the only school recognizing his great work, as Cornell University has also taken notice of his YouTube videos, asking for advice on how his methods could be incorporated into their own classrooms.
Professor George Hudler had seen my videos on YouTube, and a light bulb went off in his head, and he's like, I can do this for my classes.
A majority of the Biology 1 students enjoy this method of teaching, as it allows them to be independent and learn through the ways that best suit them.
I really like it for biology because it gives us more of an opportunity to get our work done and also have one-on-one time if we don't understand something.
According to the students, this way of teaching prepares them for the tests, as long as they stay on task.
You do have a lot of time, you just have to not procrastinate. So if you don't and you get your work done, you'll be fine.
Mr. Deatrick has done a great job of finding ways to make teaching fun, and it's paying off. Keep up the great work. For Studio 415, I'm Chris Schutte.
Thanks, Chris. Many Carroll High Schoolers migrate south to escape the cold weather of Fort Wayne in order to enjoy sunny beaches and warm oceans.
This spring break is no exception, and many will be heading to popular destinations such as Siesta Key, Florida, Panama City, Florida, Mexico, and Hawaii.
This year's spring break will start on March 29th and will end on April 8th. Although many prefer to go south, there are also a great number of students staying here in Fort Fun due to work or athletics. Junior Drue Tranquill will be staying local due to baseball commitments.
Well, for one, we have practice, but the biggest thing is we have about 7 games, I believe, so it's a good time to bond as a team, and Coach Ginder believes we should be here in its baseball season rather than spring break. So, I mean, we all enjoy and love playing baseball, so it's not a big deal.
Unlike those staying in Fort Wayne, there are some who are getting the chance to visit places other than Florida.
Over spring break, I am planning on going to St. Louis, Missouri for the second time. We're going to go to the St. Louis Arch, the Gateway Arch, the Thomas Jefferson Memorial Courthouse, and to see the Budweiser horses.
There's a pretty good variety of options for students to choose from during the weekly activity period. Studio 415 reporter Makayla Nispel takes a closer look at one group that almost didn't happen.
Among the classes offered here at Carroll are U.S. History, Government, and Economics. For some students, though, these classes are not enough to satisfy their interest in the political affairs of the United States. The Common Sense Club, a new group dedicated to expressing their political views, has formed to fulfill this desire.
Basically, I just got together with Kent Henley and Stephen Moser, and we were talking, and there was really no club where we can just discuss politics, so we just wanted to create one for it.
The Common Sense Club was first introduced in September, but could not be officially started until later in the fall of last year. This was because of challenges faced from faculty and parents, for which the club had to hire a lawyer to represent them in the obstacle of receiving approval for its creation.
There was just a bunch of legal problems to see if it was actually legal to have a political club, but it is legal, so we've got it up and running, so it's good.
The club meets every third Wednesday in the 1012 multi-purpose room and starts out each meeting with a video, speech, or topic of discussion drawn from a current political event. These themes are then open to discussion, in which members of the group can freely express their opinions and beliefs about a variety of subjects.
We just started the club to get the conservative idea out there. There's a lot of people who are on the border, they believe more one side than the other, and we just want to create a place where they can come and learn.
The Common Sense Club is open to all students at Carroll with a passion for conservative politics. If this is you, feel free to check it out at their next meeting on Wednesday, April 10th. For Studio 415, I'm Makayla Nispel.
Thanks for that report, Makayla. If you were told that you could join an extracurricular activity that practiced many nights from 6 until 9 p.m., most of us would pass on the opportunity. Studio 415 reporter Steph Wolf shows us the kind of devotion that has the drumline marching to a different beat.
When one door closes, another door opens. This is the motto of Carroll's Winter Drumline this year. As they continue to develop from years past, the Drumline is finding that many new doors are opening for their program to expand.
A bunch of the staff members are different, and the show is taking a completely different direction. We're going for a happy show instead of scary.
Along with changes in the staffing and content of the show, the competition is also changing for the Drumline. Senior Tyler Del Priore has been a part of the Drumline since his freshman year and is very enthusiastic about the recent changes.
This is the first year we're in open class, which has been a pretty big deal, jumping up a promotion, which means we're competing against a lot higher level people.
In addition to being in the open class, the Drumline is also part of the WGI circuit and will be competing in the World's Percussion Competition in Dayton, Ohio this April.
We'll be heading off to Dayton and competing against drumlines all across the country, and there's even some from other countries.
Members of the Drumline agree that they have been doing very well this year, especially since moving to the open class, but they are always looking for ways to improve as they move closer to the WGI competition. For Studio 415, this is Steph Wolf.
Thank you, Steph. The Carroll softball team ended last season with success and optimism for the future. Yet, with only one senior on the roster, there may be challenges ahead as well. Studio 415 reporter Sam Edwards shows us what's ahead when the softball team takes the field.
With a sectional title and a trip to regionals last year, Carroll's softball team is looking to build off a tremendous season with an even better one this year. But with only one returning senior, the team is looking at underclassmen to steer them in the right direction.
Yeah, for the most part, all of our juniors have been playing for a really long time, so we know the game, so we're able to help all the younger classmen and encourage them in everything that we do.
With a highly experienced team, the coaches all have a lot of talent to work with this year. But along with talent comes high expectations for both the players and the team as a whole.
This year, we just want to have a fun, successful season. We want to be 2-time sectional champs and make it as far as we can in the tournament.
The first scheduled game for the varsity team is Thursday, April 11th at Garrett. But until then, the team will continue to practice hard to better themselves and earn another shining trophy.
We came off of a sectional win last year, so we look to advance even further, and eventually we would like to have a state title. That's what we're always working towards.
With a clear goal ahead, the softball team has something to work hard for this year. And at the end of the year, hopefully all that hard work pays off. For Studio 415, I'm Sam Edwards.
Thanks for that report, Sam.
Now with more sports news and events, we turn it over to Christian Miller.
In 2010, Carroll's baseball team won a state championship. In 2011, they went back-to-back to win another state championship. This year, the state level is exactly what they're striving for. With a varsity team of 6 returning seniors, the Chargers have as much experience as they could hope for.
Want to make a deep run. The ultimate goal every year is make it to the state championship game. We're expected to be good again, come out ranked 14th in the state this year, and we're ready to play pretty well.
The baseball team's first game is on Friday, March 29th against Jeffersonville. They then play a doubleheader the day after that against New Albany and Floyd Central. Another victorious team here at Carroll is the girls' tennis team. With a sectional championship last year, Coach Stoffel is looking to achieve that sectional victory again this year and maybe even a little more.
We've got a lot of experience coming back this year. We only graduated one senior. We also have a move-in who's going to contribute. And so between the experience and the hard work the girls have put in the off-season, I think we've got a really strong team this year.
The girls' first match was supposed to happen on Monday, March 25th, but had to be postponed due to snow. Tonight's match against Dwenger has also been rescheduled to April 16th.
Thanks for joining us today.
If you have a story idea or a suggestion for us to consider covering on Studio 415, please email Mr. Johnston or tell your idea to one of the members of the show. You will see a list of students in the end credits of the show.
Our next show will be on April 17th.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great day, Carroll.